Hello, beautiful people. Casey here, and you are listening to an NC Cutting Edge Counseling production. NCCEC is a trauma therapy practice based in North Carolina. To learn more, you can visit nccec.com. You can also follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Mindscapes and Magic for more content, and come hang out with us in our Discord for episode discussions. Content warning and where to find us will be found in the episode descriptions. Let's tell a fucking story.
Anybody know who Sharp Cummies is?
Yeah,
that's our friend Chris.
John
Cress.
That's such a...
Yeah.
Just every time I get a notification, I'm like, oh.
That's exactly what he wanted. Yep.
Successful.
I'm so glad I have an episode intro for this one now. Does anyone know who Sharp Cummies is?
We're going to have to make
Join our Discord and we'll talk about it too.
You're going
Where
to
we
see
talk
them.
about Sharp Cummies.
If you want to talk to Sharp Cummies, come hop in our Discord.
No.
Too bad he doesn't listen to our show.
No.
It's because he respects his time.
Damn.
Rude.
Fuck, man.
Well, speaking of respecting our time, hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to What's in the Box.
What's in the box?
That one hurt.
It hurts. My name is Casey Gibson, he, him pronouns. I'm the dungeon master for our marvelous misadventures. Marvelous to some, I guess. I'm joined as always by our...
Misadventures to others.
I'm joined as always by our wonderful cohort of people.
Hi, Haley Rognstad here, she, they pronouns. I'm a therapist, not your therapist, and I play Eldon or Elle on the podcast.
I am Jason Wyde, he, him, and I play Ghevarax, also he, him.
I'm Derek Rogers, and I play Kadima Thorn, parentheses 2024. We're both he, him.
I'm Christian Snyder, and I continue to play Aleksander Kamien.
Wait, if you don't get closer to that mic and be louder. not on the mic. We talked about this.
We talked about this.
We spoke
I've already...
out loud
I'm not allowed
multiple
to do that
times.
anymore.
I'm Christian Snyder. I'm playing Aleksander Kamien. Both he and I share he, him pronouns.
That's right. We do intros in the What's in the Box now because we are on the new release schedule.
The AC just turned on, and it was...
It's horrible.
Yeah, that was awful.
I hate every bit of it.
Yep.
Real quick, because you're going to be editing this. We said we're starting on episode 40. Now we're starting intros 2 episods later.
Yeah.
For What's in the Box.
That's fine.
Just putting that out there.
I'm fine.
I can just take that and
Yeah, you can put it
put it into 40.
Yeah.
True.
And 41.
I'll give you a clean cut.
Power of editing.
Start from the beginning. Start from the top.
No, we can just let it rip from here.
Yeah.
That's some wet.
All right. Well, we are back, guys. What an episode.
Yeah.
How's everyone feeling after that one?
Confused and necrotized.
That's definitely the word for it.
Necrotized? Yeah.
Necrotized.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I don't know. It's a nice feeling that this is the most cohesive the party has been in the entire campaign. But also, this place sucks.
Yeah.
The fuck were you reading when you made this place?
What were you playing?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Were you in one of Dark Souls' many poison swamps?
Right. Probably played some Elden Ring when I came up with an idea of this place.
I love evil fungus.
Love it.
Oh, so good.
Have you seen The Last of Us?
Yeah. Oh, I love The Last of Us.
Whoa.
No spoilers.
Also, What Feasts at Night? Very good
That
book.
sounds familiar.
T.
Yeah.
T. Kingfisher. Mexican Gothic is another evil fungus book. Very good.
yes.
Very, very good.
I will have to check those out.
They're retellings of I think, a Telltale Heart.
Oh, interesting.
Nice.
Yeah, I was reading all of those things. obviously.
Gotcha.
Everything
So,
Haley
so
just said-
Haley's already spoiled.
Yeah,
for what's
Haley
going on.
kind of already knows. We've talked back and forth.
It'll be sentient.
There is just a lot of that like necrotic. I've always loved the like idea of like necrotic nature and like what nature looks like when it starts eating itself. So it's just like, ooh, well, I've built this whole little nature nation. Let's ruin it.
Yep. Yeah, Gev doesn't like this place at all. He's resigned. Like he's good. He's pushing forward. He wants to take care of this, but the quicker we do this, the better. I am excited about the end of the episode as a player.
Yeah, that was how. Yeah, I mean, we can hop into it. How is that feeling for you as like a player, just stomping through your backstory of a previous character?
Yeah, it was like I didn't realize it at first. Obviously, this house out in the middle of nowhere, basement. I should have picked up on it earlier, but I wasn't focused on that. The second you said the runes, though, it clicked, and I was very sad to let Zelda go because of not getting to explore the backstory. I mean, there were many reasons, but that was a big one. And as a player, getting to experience that now, even though my character has no fucking idea what the hell's going on, it's a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it.
And it's both the characters who would know any of that are no longer a part of the party.
Yep.
It's such an interesting way to dive into a character's backstory using, like, with them not being in the party. I think that's genius.
Oh, stop it.
Yeah.
How's everyone else feeling?
I want to hear how those two are
Yeah.
feeling. The OG members of the group.
OGs.
Realizing that there's so much information to glean from Zelda via T9 text messages is I'm excited.
Yeah, that was a clutch nat 20 on like your end, because I was like, I wasn't sure I was going to give it to you. Then I was like, oh, nat 20? Cool, perfect. This gets out. I was say with the clutch perception, like I was like, yes, thank you.
It's also cool to see. Sorry, go ahead, Haley. Go ahead.
Thank
I've talked
you.
enough.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. I don't want to get hit.
Not again.
Whoa. I will not hit you. We'll just put you in your place under the table.
That's right. With the cage. What?
They don't need to know about that. Yeah. Ella's not doing great. Hearing the, pain and screams of all of the trees and plants around. Pretty
that was
rough.
heartbreaking.
Yeah, it was horrific. And to do that accidentally. And then just being around death is really hard for Elle after losing his sister to a very long-term illness. Just being around that so close to
wasting-type
death,
sickness.
for so long.
Well, and I guess to these trees' perspective, it's kind of the same thing that's happening to them, but it's death in a different sense because we're not seeing human bodies around, but these are still living things that are clearly suffering. That's oh man. And then I think I as a player in this, watching Eldon have that realization that all of these things are sentient and are crying out for help. I was like, oh, Eldon is this is the worst place to be for Eldon.
Yeah.
Just being as much of an empath as you are, and just I was like, oh yeah, this has a radius, so yeah, you hear all the trees.
Well, it's also interesting the juxtaposition of the mechanics and what the spell does to how we interpret it, because the spell itself says it gives limited sentience, but does that mean that it wasn't there to begin with? Does it mean that the feelings and interpretations of what those feelings were just created instantaneous?
Or were they just given voice?
Yeah.
Because that is that little bit of sentience, but it doesn't mean the feelings weren't there. And that's the way I like to think about it. They're living things.
They know their
Speak
pain.
with rocks.
They just now had a way to voice it. But still without the context of that, they don't know what's going on. They just know it's something is fucking me up right now.
Yeah.
And so they're just confused and hurt.
They said he too, so it means it's a thing. It's there is a root cause.
Yep.
Root.
Root cause?
And that's what Ghevarax pulled from it. That was his biggest, like, okay, cool. Like, yeah, this sucks. The trees are suffering, but now we have something that we can go after to do something about this. Not, we're just kind of trying to figure it out. Like, now we have a goal. We have a target.
That's really interesting because the way that I took that was that the he that they were talking about was more of an ambiguous thing that they were then just attributing to, like, this thing that's happening is what we're calling he. Like, not necessarily they know the entity that is doing this. It was just kind
gendering the word.
Yeah, that's at least how I'm interpreting it as we're going along. We'll find out more.
Maybe the trees just know that men are bad.
Yeah.
True. Men bad.
Men all
plus
bad.
40 aura.
They know. Enough men walk in the forest.
They're used to bears.
Yeah. They take the bear.
Jesus.
I do think that the dice really supported the story for how Eldon was doing in that combat we saw. Like, nothing Eldon did worked at all. It was just like helpless, overwhelmed.
Yeah, it really informed because Eldon usually is like, this works last.
Yeah.
This usually works every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dice do tell the story. Truly.
Yeah, that was really interesting.
All those clutch nat 20s and like the failures when it made sense for you to fail. Like, it all made perfect sense. It was great. I love when the dice cooperate.
I was saying, you guys once again destroyed me in combat.
I was surprised by that. Like, when we got into that combat and just you talking about, like, I did my one turn after these two, and obviously they both had also done a lot of damage to it, but I was like, oh, this thing, like, it like made me almost change my thought process on, like, okay, maybe we shouldn't be fighting these things if we're just, like, obliterating them as fast as we are. Yeah. But it is also, like, half of what it used to be, kind of a thing.
I mean, like, mechanic-wise, it had a decent amount of hit points. Like, I think I had, like, probably, like, 130 or so hit points.
Yeah,
but,
Snyder and I did half of that.
Yeah.
in our first turns. So, yeah.
But I used a Primeval Owlbear stat block from 2024. Shout out the Monster Manual. Didn't get to do any of the fun things, per usual. But
What was the con save it had?
oh, the con save.
Unless we're going to fight another one.
Yeah, it's fine. Let's see. Oh, no. No. Sorry.
And after we see this, I want to hear from Haley.
Yeah. They didn't have a con save.
You made us do a concept after it hit us.
No, that's right. That was going. No, I forgot. That wasn't in the stat block. That's something I did. I went to the wrong tab. Okay. That one was another type of poison, and it was going to have some effects on you that I won't get into because you might encounter it again.
That's actually terrifying.
Yeah, things being corrupted.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love that.
Sorry, I was like, wait, that's not on the stat block. Oh, that's right, because I added it.
Yep.
It's very it's just like it's. In a sense, it's very similar to like Horizon Zero Dawn, like the Horizon series.
Yeah.
Where it's like it's technology, but it's corrupted because of something that humans did. Mm-hmm. Fuck that guy. Dudes again ruining
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah, I think we got some questions.
Yeah. First, I want to correct the first book in the T. Kingfisher's series is called What Moves the Dead. Also wanted to say Mexican Gothic. It was written by Sylvia Moreno Garcia.
Oh.
Good plug.
For anyone interested.
I'm adding that to my list right now.
Should do. Yeah, I have a question for everybody. I am curious about how people's characters were coping in this episode with everything going on.
You got something?
Yeah, I was coping. It was very, very the ability to say, sweet, we have an action, we have a goal to get to there fast. Oh, hey, there's this obstacle. Get through it as fast as possible. Mm-hmm. And it felt good to be able to do it and it functioned properly. Like it did. It didn't I didn't throw something out and it fizzled. I wasn't instantaneously knocked out like the 6 or 7 times that's happened already.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah. It's funny because I feel like Gev's answer is the opposite, but for the same reasons. I wasn't coping because I had a target. I have a solution, and I don't need to cope with anything right now. I need to get it done, and think about it later.
Yeah, I think Kadima is a lot of like compartmentalization and avoidance with this, specifically in the like seeing that Eldon's having a hard time with this is like, okay, we can't do anything here. We'll go down further and we'll help then. Like but there's nothing we can do now, so like just try to not let it bother you. But inside he's like, this is so bad, and I have said it before that like Kadima's whole thing is just wanting to do the most good that he can in the world while he has time here, and the hardest thing for him is when he knows that the path that he is on will eventually get there, but he's not able to do anything about it right now. And so having to make that decision of like, I want to help out, but if I just continue doing this thing in the long run, it'll sort everything out. It'll do more good to do that. And I think that's a hard thing that Kadima deals with daily.
Yeah, I mean, even just to follow up on that, just having to go from like wanting to help and like that gut reaction being like, okay, well, let's try and stay. Maybe we can do something here, and having to make the decision like, no, we got to keep moving forward. We got to get to our goal, and then hopefully accomplishing that goal will help here.
Yeah. They might just have to suffer a little bit more.
Yeah.
They already were, so like, we're not doing anything now.
Yeah.
But it's a hard thing for Kadima to deal with that. Like that is a constant thought process that goes on in his head. Is like it's very, that's one of the few things that he's very like bilinearly thinking about. It's either this or this. Is this able to help? Yes or no? If no, go this way. If yes, do this. And he always like is second guessing whether or not it's the right choice.
Yeah, it sounds like some rigid, like all or nothing thinking.
Very, very black or white thinking.
Yeah.
It's fitting.
Kind of like that's my whole design for the character.
Who
Yeah. Weird. Elle is also trying to compartmentalize and avoid, and then kind of at the end decided, okay, like what can I actually control? What are my values? And that's why they went to Mish to apologize.
That was huge.
Yeah.
Mend
it was
that
a big,
relationship.
big moment.
That was huge. It was cool to see that Mish didn't know what to do with an apology.
Yeah.
Because it's like it was already passed. Like,
But it wasn't for Elle.
yeah.
Yeah, that I don't want to say misunderstanding because I don't think it was, but like that Mish still thinking that apology was for him, and it wasn't. Like that apology wasn't for Mish, that was for Eldon. And Mish not being able to really comprehend that in the moment, that was really cool to see. Like I like the way that you played that.
And Mish almost felt uncomfortable
Yeah.
by getting an apology.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you hear that all that much. Like, as Mish, he's probably not heard that a lot in his life.
Well, Isadora's not going to apologize to him most of the time. And the kids that he grew up with were all bullies. So, like, it's perfect.
And a lot of times, Isadora, it was less of an apology. It was this is the teaching aspect of what happened.
Right.
It wasn't hey, I'm sorry that this occurred to you. It's like, okay, in the future, this stove is hot.
This is a learning experience.
When you touch a hot stove, it will burn you.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah,
Not to make Isadora sound cold. Like she's not going to apologize. She's going to teach you.
Yep.
You know, there is nothing to apologize for. Learn from.
Yeah, she's not going to be like, sorry, I turned the stove on.
Right.
Yep. The world's not going to apologize for the stove being on because it was on before you were born.
Yeah. But it was really cool to see, like, Eldon obviously is a very empathetic and, like, you know, we've talked about Eldon kind of lashing out a couple of times and being able to realize that, like, I I didn't mean to do this. That was pretty fucked up of me to do. And Misha's like, okay.
Yeah.
That was such an interesting scene to watch.
Yeah, I'm curious if you feel like Misha's gonna like keep thinking about that, or if he like will also just put that away now.
I don't think I especially, it'll really depend on how things happen in the future. But he truly is like, he felt like there was nothing he had to apologize for, because it was one and done. And whether or not, like, actions, for Misha, actions do speak louder than the words that they are, because it's like your actions are already beyond it. Like, you've already, like, how you're acting is like that thing's already in the past, so we're moving forward. It hasn't interrupted our ability to move forward. So I doubt it'll be one of those things where I'm like sitting down with my spare time, like, what does it mean when someone apologizes to you even though you don't care?
Yeah.
Well, and that's interesting too, because Mish is like taking people at their values and the way that they are, so much so to the point where, like, I mean, Eldon could probably say whatever to Mish, and Mish is like, yeah, but you're doing this, so like that doesn't matter. And it's just that's such a testament to like everything that Mish has gone through in his life, that he can, you can call me an asshole, but you're helping me, so that doesn't affect me whatsoever.
You can say very, very nice things to me and then beat me up, so it's like it doesn't.
Yeah.
But even not touching off of that, but touching off of what Derek was saying earlier, I think it's also a good like show of the trust that's been built between Mish and Eldon. It's just like, oh, I mean, yeah, you snapped at me, but like everything else you've done, like that one moment doesn't define our relationship. Is like whether Mish did that consciously or subconsciously or not. It just shows a lot of the trust that they've built up over the like 3 months that they've been together.
Yeah, that's true.
And you also just, if you take that same vein of, hey, everyone fought for in one way or another against his opinion of bringing Celia with us, and it's like, well, shit hit the fan in the form of we have this monster, and then we all, as a unit, still fought it. It's like, so in the same vein that he's like, oh, well, we're already past it. The fight has happened, and everything else going forward is just what's in front of us. Like, it's not, what's in the past doesn't truly change too much, which is, excuse me, another reason why even like deep down, he's still saying, well, forward is the way to go, because forward is the only way that we punch the gods out of Malik. Like, there's still that part of him where he's like, the goal here, because nothing else has been presented in front of him, is get the friend that he made in a short amount of time, who was in his mind stolen from him. And he's like, well, I was knocked out by that point, so I didn't have a choice to go back and fight.
It's interesting because we haven't really like touched on this all that much in like any other form of us talking, but I wonder if Mish is kind of sidelining a lot of things for this goal. Like, if he is sidelining like the way that he processes things, like it is a big like compartmentalization of like everything until I punch a god is going into this pocket, and like it doesn't matter until I get to here. Because that's kind of how it seems, and like how I've interpreted the actions are. Because like all of the crazy shit that's happened, Misha's still just like
single-minded.
Well, as long as I can punch a god, I'm fine.
I'm not dead yet. I have gotten stronger. That means what we're doing is a positive thing.
Yeah, but I'm just curious.
But I'm saying like all the pain, all of the torment, all of the separate things that we've done. It's been, well, I have learned to do more things. I have gotten physically and like magically stronger.
The ends justify
the ends justify the means. Yeah.
That makes sense. It is interesting to see that single-mindedness in Mish. Like, just so, like, even when he is making other decisions, it all comes back to his goal, and that dedication to that goal is it could be a detriment, but it's also it's awesome. Like, having that kind of dedication that drives everything you do is something that most people don't have.
Yeah, it's interesting. We also saw in the first 3 episodes how Mish has done this before. Like the way that he talked about being bullied, like it wasn't a big deal. Nothing was wrong with that. So
I learned how to get out of it, so I got better.
yeah.
Me, as much as we I like to analyze Beach is very much like when I built this world of kind of how I pictured the people. Like everyone internalized that and shows that in different ways, but just the resilience of Mish being in everything he's come across so far and being just got to keep moving is very what I had thought of when I was at first designing this world, of this resilience of having to be all right, well that sucks, but I got 10 years of this decimation, so I got to try to do this thing. There's a lot of people in the world that are probably like that, maybe not to the same extent, and obviously not throwing themselves into active danger as Mish is, but it is definitely a prevalent mindset in this world.
It's gonna sound shitty, but hear me out.
Hit me with it.
Mish is the deepest, damn it. I lost it. Fuck.
Dang. You hate to see it.
Fuck. What?
You hate it.
The fuck was I gonna? Or just move on. I'll think of it later.
I mean, you really gotta think about everyone's actions and where they a lot of their beliefs are rooted in where they were raised. Kuldrun in of itself is a very where the stone itself will protect us, but you have to be strong as the rocks they are, and as unforgiving as that, because Kadima was raised in a very similar thing where the elements were very, very dangerous, so you had to be very, very resilient in that way.
Also the military mindset.
Military training.
Just
Big.
a whole lot of things.
Yeah. Get another question?
I could if we need more questions. How are we on?
Tizzy time.
We're good on time.
Yeah, because we're making these a little bit longer.
Yeah. I'm curious if there's anything that any of you would have done differently if you had been able to make some of those decisions for your characters out of character.
I would not have touched
Yeah.
the wood.
Yeah,
with
that was
my
horrifying.
finger. I would have used a stick, which would have caused the same problem.
Yeah.
But I would have grabbed something else, or I would have used a pocket knife or something.
I wouldn't be in the swamp. I do what Haley said in the last buff table. Go home.
I'd be in my bed, cuddled up, reading
But
Mexican
I mean,
Gothic.
In all honesty, I think Derek would be a lot more cautious as we're going through this thing, which is why it's fun playing a character that is more like
Headstrong.
let's go.
Yeah. It's an interesting thing you don't see often in D&D and actual plays where the party's just no, we're just gonna rush through. We're just gonna move at speed, fuck stealth, fuck subtlety. We're just gonna move and truck through and because of the fact that you guys were moving so fast, I was honestly okay, cool. I'm just gonna throw out one or two of these encounters because I think you guys would move past them fast enough for it to not matter, and that made a difference in how you guys moved through this forest.
I mean, this place sucks.
Yeah.
Trying to get out.
Yeah.
It's like then there's my other question about this place is with how bad it is, how much is this blight and this capital R rot, how much of it is it coming from above the earth, or how much is it coming from the below?
Well, a fun thought that I had with this being Zelda's home, and they were talking about how this rot's only been here for a couple of months. Did Zelda's parents cause this?
Nope, that was 10 years ago.
That was 10 years ago?
They died when she was 8.
But
Well, I'm not
but
saying
it's
like boom, rot. I'm wondering if they did that thing.
Right. Well, yeah.
Caused a like cascading.
did they
Right.
cause Chernobyl?
Yeah.
Are we dealing with the nuclear fallout of a reactor?
I don't know what the fallout is. I just know what they did.
I'm saying like
I only wrote that.
Yeah.
it's also very funny that the two people who would know that, like about that, aren't there.
Aren't there? Yeah. Yeah.
The thing that I was saying that I was going to say for the what's in the box was that Malik was the one that knows that Zelda was from Ionis.
Everybody else
When
thinks
they
she's
had that
from
conversation, they knew about that, and I almost said it, and I was like, nope, that's Malik's knowledge.
How was that for you?
That was it was interesting because I like that thought, like both of those characters' thoughts occupy my brain, and this is the first time that something's come up where I was like, I don't think Kadima knows that.
Yeah.
And that's the only time like that I've had to draw that separation out. But it was pretty easy because I was like, oh well, I don't know that. Gone. Throw that in the recycle.
Delete.
Yeah, right in the recycle bin. I'll empty it out later.
To go back to the original question, I think that I, as a person, would have killed it with fire. Gev said no. Burn it. Burn it all.
Just burn the
all.
forest to the ground.
Hey, burn the afflicted forest to the ground. There's plenty of druids back at Ionis that can stop the blaze when it gets there. Burn it. That's what I would have done differently. Like screw, it's all fucked. It's all fucked.
You can't save it. Burn it and start a new forest.
Yep. You know, fresh soil, good ash. Like sometimes you gotta burn the crops.
What would Casey do?
This is a Delta Green episode. Can't fix it, burn it. That's interesting. I think very much like Derek said at the beginning, I was like, I'd go home. I'm not fucking with that. But I think there's that like curiosity of like, well, I kind of want to see like what's happening here that would make me go, like at least look at it. And like Snyder, I was like, I'd probably poke at some things with a stick and be like, oh, this is a bad idea. But then one of those things was like, with the second Eldon was like, oh, the trees are crying out in pain and asking us to help them. That's the part where I, Casey, am out. I'm like, no, we're done here. And then also the druid or the spirit druid that was there. The second that thing pops up and starts screaming, I'm gone. Like I am out of there.
Not the giant plagued owlbear, but the spirit behind it.
That too. They both appeared at the same time. They are both, the second a giant owlbear rears up and I can see its rib cage and lack of organs. It's like,
hey,
no.
look, I've seen Roadkill. That shit is gnarly.
Yeah.
Being able to see into the rib cages.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's charging at you.
No, thank you.
Yeah, no, the second trees start talking, owlbears are rotting from the inside out, and there's a ghost. Like, nah, I'm leaving. And there's
Burn
somebody
it with fire.
There's somebody better equipped to deal with this than I am.
Kill it with fire.
Yep. What about Haley?
Well, you know the classic. Not going to be involved in this. But if
We
I
are
were selected,
home.
if I were selected to be part of an elite team that had to go in and do this for whatever reason, my expertise, full hazmat suit, a vehicle of some kind to like move through quickly. Like
How great an
probably
APC would be through this.
flamethrowers.
Flamethrowers.
Yeah,
Telling you, burn it
flamethrowers.
with fire.
Yeah. I would just want like all the equipment. I would have done tons of research beforehand. More preparation.
And then like, I'm going prepared.
I think it's interesting how each of us responds to that question, because I imagine me in that world with these powers, like, it's not just me as I am now.
Yeah.
But like, it sounds like other people are like, no, I'm just a guy. And I'm like going into this shit. Like, and then, I like your response where it's just like, I'm bringing my world into this.
Flamethrowers, all-terrain vehicles.
Like it's interesting how each of us kind of processes that question and formulates a response.
Okay, well, if I go in, I'm a level 5 ranger.
Right. Yeah, that's the way I look at it. I'm like, I'm part of this world. These powers exist. It's just my
I'd
mindset.
be a wizard, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Ooh, what class would we all be? If we were in Velocia right now.
I've been told before that I'm either a rogue or a bard.
Bard is pretty good.
Bard.
I mean, you were actively telling stories.
Yeah, that's fair.
I love witch.
That tracks.
That does track.
Yeah, I mean,
I think Jason's a sorcerer.
I was gonna say I gotta be a sorcerer. I wouldn't take a pact. Like, I don't care what you offer me. I'm not doing that. But yeah, sorcerer. Yeah, that'd be me all day.
It's Snyder's our resident wizard.
Yeah.
That is a
And that's why it's funny to be a warlock. Oh, you mean I get free things, and all I gotta do is just kind of do some stuff? Yes.
He's a pact of two warlock. He made a deal for knowledge.
that part. I gotta get that tome.
That is true. I'd probably either be, I want to say, druid or paladin, somewhere along there.
I can see paladin.
Yeah, I was gonna say paladin fits.
Yeah.
I could see that.
I could also see monk.
I could also see bard, honestly.
I could see bard.
But for obvious reasons, you
Yeah.
have a musical background.
That's true.
But
I mean, I could also arguably be a bard.
yeah,
Like,
I mean that's the great
it's-
thing about bards. Everyone could be a
It's
bard.
we're all different kinds of bards.
Oops, all bards.
not bard over here.
No.
I was gonna say, if you've seen any of our published content, like video wise, not a bard.
Not a bard.
Love you, buddy. Not a bard.
I know what I am, and I know where my strengths are.
Yep.
And bard ain't it.
Would therapy be considered a form of art for a bard to use?
Yeah,
that
I
could be
could
an
see-
interesting.
I feel like
You asked
that
the four
you're cleric.
non-therapists.
You're cleric though.
Yeah.
If you're going that route, that's a cleric.
That's
all
what I was
day.
about to say. I was
Yeah.
like cleric or druid.
Or druid. Yeah.
Okay.
But that's one of those classes.
A lot of therapists are druids.
A lot of plants at NCCEC. Come by and see them.
It's true.
Yep.
Cool. Anything else?
No, I don't like you guys, and I'm ready to go murder you underneath the ruins of a city.
Good luck.
Cannot wait to run through the ruins of New York City.
It's all Boston.
Should have brought Rosemary.
No.
Rosemary would have died. I don't know
Immediately.
why.
Yeah.
I don't know how. Dead.
Yeah.
Nah, we'll just turn them against you.
Oh my gosh.
You can still do that when we get back.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time. All right, love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Goodbye, friends.